So the next thing I'm going to do is to design the title here. Okay, it's going to be located in this area. First of all, I need to choose a font. I have chosen a font that's called Aqua Wax. But how did I get this font? Of course, again, I don't want you to see that I am choosing this font. I want you to see what did I do to get this font. Okay, and you will actually save this website wordmark.it. Okay, then you will get this website, you will write the word that you want, and then you will load the fonts, and this website will give you all the fonts that you have in your device, not on the web, in your device. Okay, and it will browse it like this, as you see, and actually you can choose all the fonts that you might think that this is good for my design. Then you can filter it like this. You can zoom it in or cancel one font if you don't want. Then at the end, when you are satisfied with one of the fonts, that maybe I want to use this or this one, like that, okay, I will just copy the name or I will just memorize it. I will go back to Photoshop and I will write it here like that. Okay, as you see. But for the time being, I'm choosing this font. What if I didn't like any of the fonts that are in my device? I have my pen here, it's not working, I don't know what happened. Anyways, usually there is this famous website, it's thefont.com. It has a huge number of free fonts. Of course, there are paid fonts and free fonts. Okay, let's see that we can choose the sans serif here, and as you can see, this is a great font, Babels. I liked it so much. And what's nice about this, that you can actually write here the word that you want. You can choose the size, but overall you can go to the more options here, and you can see, you can click this check. It's 100% costless. It's free. It will give you free fonts that you can use those fonts for free. You should be aware that some of the fonts, you are allowed to use them, like what I'm doing here. It's free tutorial, but it's not for a commercial design. This is free, so I'm allowed. Okay, you just download the font and install it in your device. Okay, now we will move to the next step. It's basically, I will make Command A to select all, then I will go to the alignment and I will align the word in between. Then I will go down a little, I think here. Okay, here I have, it's the German word, the umlaut. I think I have here, genau. Then I'll go back to English. I will write the other word. It's FC Bayern. Let's call it the subtitle. I will shrink it. Again, I'm telling you, I'm not teaching you the program. Okay, FC Bayern. If you notice here that when I shrink it down, the font, it went so close to each other, so I will increase the kerning here. I will see that it's making a good shape. Okay, but here it should go down a little inside. Perfect. As you see, I'm trying to create a connection between the title itself and the subtitle. Okay, even you can add something. It depends on your creativity here. This logo, it looks like Nestle. If you just added here. Anyways, the thing that I'm trying to tell you here, that take your time with the design. When I was working on this cover, I designed the logo here, as you see it. I designed it in Illustrator and I imported to Photoshop as smart object. Okay, but just for the purpose of the tutorial here, I'm trying to use as less programs as I can. I will leave it here, but I will shrink everything and I will put them in group. Why did I create this group? Because now I want to hide this title behind the head. So if I just took the layer and put it behind, I can see it's going behind the head already, but because it's masked in a not professional way, so that's why it's not good. But I can just work on this mask, or I can create a mask to the group. You can choose any way you want. That's your choice. So if I just go to the mask here, let's say so, as you see here, I'm trying to achieve a look. Most important part, that it's touching the hair. If you want, of course, I chose to create a mask to the group that it contains the text. Okay, so this mask is for the text. If you can see here, I still have the text as it is, but for the group itself, if I go to group here, it's like this. Okay, so if you go to the smudge tool, you can just create some shapes here. If you take this inside, I'm a little satisfied by what I did here. Of course, you need to work more on the lighting. Of course, I can always go to the dodge tool to work on the lightings manually. Okay, let's say that we are done, we are fine with this. Just remember to go to file, save as. You can save it as PDF, JPEG or PSD. For me, I always save it PSD so I can modify it later. At the end of the designing, I will convert it to PDF and I will include the PDF in InDesign. But as long as I'm working on the magazine, I will save it as PSD. So anytime I feel that I want to go back to the design and modify it, I can just go back and edit it. Okay, let's see what I did to the original cover that I worked on. It has almost the same feeling, but if you see here, I just left more space as here. I just made it a little smaller. This is your vision, how you look at the image you are working on. I think that's all. I will save it like this. Now, I just want you to see here that I worked more on the hair, and here it's fine, but it's not perfect. I will go back to InDesign. Where is it? It's here. I will go back to InDesign, and now I will start to create the magazine. So as I said in the file, I will choose the default again, facing pages, of course, number of pages 12. I will start, of course, with the page number 1. It's the size is A4. The gutter, I usually modify it to 5. It's up to you. It's not something that you need to care about a lot. 10 millimeters is enough. Actually, 5 is more than enough. Leave it 10. Okay, but the bleeds, I will put it 5 millimeters. If you remember, in the PSD file in Photoshop, I set the bleeds to 5 millimeters, and always remember this. Don't mess up with this. Of course, here you have the opening in Arabic. You don't need to do this. You have the opening here in English. So okay, and now if you remember, when I opened the page the first time, I was a little scared. What should I do? Now I know exactly what I want to do, because I have the cover page, which will give me the theme of the magazine inside. Okay, so I will go to the frame here, the place page, this frame, and I will draw a rectangle, then file, place, yeah, cover, and open. Of course, if you are not so professional in design, you will be wondering that I see that it's blurry, it's low resolution. You just need to right click and choose display performance, high quality display, and it will be in high quality. Of course, if you click W for the preview, you can see that it's giving you the preview mode. Okay, this is what I was talking about. If you see, I don't like this, what happened here at all. It's too close to the edge. So what I will do here, I will go to links. Of course, from window, you can choose links, then right click, edit with. You can choose to edit with Photoshop or whatever you want. And I will just go down with the title here, but make sure to move the elements, not the group, because if you move the group, you're going to lose the mask. Of course, you can avoid this by just unchecking the link here, and it will leave the mask. But for me, I will leave the link, but I will choose the elements. I have only 3 elements, and I will go down. Don't worry if you are hiding the title here, because the users are going to read the title of the magazine many times inside with the template that we are going to create. So don't worry about that it's hiding. Just care about the design, the catching. Okay, again, I will file, save. If you go back to InDesign, you are going to see that it's updated and it's in a good position now. I liked what we did. I have here a little spot, I can modify it, but it's okay what we did so far. Later, when we are going to design the inside pages, we are going to add the titles here, and let's move to the next step. I will design the second and third page, because the second page is going to be a commercial ad only, but the third page is the index. Okay, so again, stay tuned with me.